So the New York Times just published a piece that I thought was kind of fascinating about kids' spas. Yeah, full-on kids' spas, places called things like Sweet and Sassy and Seriously Spoiled Salon and Spa. Ugh, that sounds just awful. And literally they are targeting kids. I'm talking about 7-year-old kids. They're giving them facials. They're offering kid-friendly music, banana-scented facials. They're driving around in limos. And of course, they use age-appropriate vocabulary. Customers are princesses and toes are piglies. Yeah, so look at this. I mean, look, if you, I don't know how old, let's say those girls are maybe 10, 12 or so. If you are 12 years old and you need to put cucumbers on your eyes, these are not the kids that need that shit. These are the most pampered princesses on the planet. I mean, this is literally going on in New York City right now. Yeah, so I thought this was interesting because we live in a time where we always talk about the 1%, even though it's really the 0.1%, and this middle class is disappearing, and the huge lower class that's expanding, and it's like, wow, people could be so detached that you're sending your kids, your already pampered kids who go to private school and have every advantage on earth, and I don't begrudge them any of that, but then you're sending them for cucumber facials.
Is this something they need to learn? That we need to like teach them from a young age?
I like it.
It's the parents. The parents are going, I want them to be shitty early. I want to teach them how to be shitty right out of the bat. And I like it. It's like, oh, these cucumbers take 10 years off your face. You look like you're a fetus.
Yeah, you look like you're -6.
Yeah, you look like your dad's balls in 2006.
I don't think she liked that one. You don't like that. Really, but in a weird way, are these people setting up their kids for like a really horrible life? In a weird way, because there's a good chance that these kids will not be as successful as their parents. So when they're 8 years old and they're getting facials and being driven around in limos, there's a good chance that they're going to be less well off economically than their parents, and they're going to go, shit, when I was 8, those were the good old days. I was having caviar.
Welcome to the real world, baby.
Oh,
you gotta work.
Yeah.
Unless you got a trust fund, which you probably do.
They probably do have a trust fund.
They absolutely have a trust fund.
I was trying to find some silver lining here.
There's no silver lining to this. I hate to break this to you.
Nothing.
I hate to burst that. I hate to rain on your parade with this shitty truth, which is these kids are going to be bad unless there's that moment where they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm this terrible. Or maybe if the parents are smart and they probably won't send them to the spa. But if these parents are smart, they're like, here is living well, okay? So we're going to take you to the spa. Now, to justify that, we're also going to make you work. We're going to show you what we do in order to provide these nice things in life.
And I'm pretty sure that's not going on. I'm pretty sure. What this was making me think was when I was a kid and I was maybe 10 or 12, like I remember I really, really wanted to have a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Like I had a couple of birthday parties at bowling alleys, and I was like, this year I want Chuck E. Cheese. And I remember that was like I think it did end up happening, but like it was a struggle to make that happen with my parents. You know what I mean? That was going to cost more, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese happened. God bless them. But like just how different. You know what I mean? Like everybody grows up in such a different thing. I'm sure someone else would have grown up thinking that a bowling birthday party wouldn't have been the greatest thing. It's all relative, is my point.
Yeah, and it's so
Look,
hard.
she's got such admiration.
What was
for
your
me
Chuck E.
that
Cheese?
I like Chuck E. Yeah.
Oh, I
Was
got
Chuck E.
Chuck E. Cheese.
You got Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
What was something that you wanted really bad that you had to like work for? There was like a big like compromise made where it's like, all right, we'll give it to you.
Well,
but
like you need to dress like you're cool when you're in elementary and middle school,
Yeah,
and
for
those
sure.
clothes are expensive, and your parents are like, hell no. So it's like, okay, you can have an allowance, but you have to work for it. You can buy it your damn self.
You know
if
what's funny?
earn
I
it.
remember in like 6th grade or something, Champion t-shirts. Just a simple Champion t-shirt was like the coolest thing you could have. And all my friends had like 10 of them, different colors every day. I had 2 Champion shirts. I wore them every other day. I had a blue one and a red one. And that was my spa. That was my personal spa. And I was happy.
yeah, me, just beluga caviar, Mom. Not that shitty run-of-the-mill, whatever the fuck caviar you're giving me. Beluga. Is that so hard? You surf.